introduction to these patterns. In marketing science, each of these will have their own depth. Right? So you could have advertisement as a single concentrated one. You could have these spiking formats, or you could have more regular ones. Now, why would a person advertise only once and forget? Or are there any benefits of advertising regularly? Is it always? Then why is this format? Any? Huh?
There are some products which are already well established in the market. It's just using the TV or radio. Already a well established brand.
Could be. Maybe about some seasoning oriented, like the travel oriented, like that. In the holiday season, they may be yes. A special discount campaign which you want to run only for that particular 10 to 15 day period, and you want to quickly generate sales, clear inventory. Yes. Stock clearance sales, alright. Something which is only short-lived, you will have these factors. Long-term, these are the ones which will matter. Regular advertisement. So if you have, let's say, a budget of $100,000 and you want to sell a product, you will never spend all the money in a single ad. Your advertiser will tell you very often, the ad copywriter will say, I can write one good ad, you show it twice in the right time slots and we will sell more. No. Marketers will tend to insist on being more either intermittent or business. Right? So these are some of the patterns. In fact, there's a deeper science behind it, measuring the impact, there's a lot of mathematical calculation that goes behind it. This is what we call media planning in the true sense. So if you go to a radio company, alright, Times FM, for that matter, Times FM. FM, by the way, radio is even growing faster than the internet in India. It's a huge open space for advertisements. And then secondly, TV. All of these channels, what do they measure? You must have heard about that term also. Yes. TRP is their lifeline. They will, even the basic reporter that goes to the broadcast scene, why do you think they are risking so much? They want the TRPs, they want to give the public the news and that spot itself. Right? Because it generates more TRPs, which leads us at least to the next stage of calculation. But that was you are not there about it. Please multiply that frequency. Right? Those calculations are also very important. TRP and GRPs. Evaluating advertisement effectiveness. Quickly covered that. I'm just trying to recap everything that has been done so far in market research. Sorry, marketing communication. Communication effect research. Again, common sense says, right, if you invest heavily in an advertisement, wouldn't you want to get in touch with customers and ask them questions whether they recollect the ad or not? And what was their expectation? Basic type of question. What is the main message you get from this ad? Because, see, when you are designing the ad, you have a lot of intentions in mind that this should go, this should go. But what the other person gets is very different. Like, for example, I may have designed this slide to gradually lead you towards this. But most of you might have just seen this part. Or some of you will be like, this, I think I've done this. I'm not ready for that. I want to know how many of you went and read this and how many of you went and read this. So the next time when I design the slide, I will design in such a way that the main point is itself covered here and this becomes a bit optional. With me? So that is the same analogy which we apply in the rest of the advertising research techniques. Recall recognition tests and requirements. I think we've covered all of these again in the previous chapters, but very often important to go back and check. Alright. Print advertisements, you have two widely used print advertisements. Just like the so instead of releasing the ad entirely to the audience, you will release it to a focus group. Alright, and then measure the response. It is like, remember the potential of the entire market, will you go and launch the product in the whole market itself? You will take a sample, right? Similarly, to test the effectiveness, you are again taking a sample, all right, and giving the people an incentive to fill the survey. The thing, if they do not fill the survey, it doesn't make sense. So the sampling has to be accurate. Same method. If you just think logically, same analogies can be applied. The way you do research to understand the potential of the market is the same as the way you do research to understand how well your ad went. Right? For broadcast ad, in-home test, so video tape is taken into the homes of the target customer, you then do the commercials. Sorry? Traditionally, the ones which we have, which are followed in India, are the print advertising. The first time, Telegram Robinson. The other ones, doing this, you will find this more, yeah, pretty much. The rest, I think we can skip for a moment. Sorry? Yeah, we can always. Share of expenditure, this block diagram is the most important. You have to go back and look carefully. Share of expenditure, share of voice, share of mind and heart, and share of market. All of it. Remember, we had done the mathematical